What is up, everybody out there? Welcome to another episode of Stay on Target. We like to call this one Mando Eve, the first iteration.
Yes.
By popular demand, we are here tonight to talk speculation. What's going to happen in tonight's episode? Well, like tomorrow? Here it comes out.
This
early morning.
Next morning's
Yeah.
episode.
Early morning
episode.
But first and foremost, I'm Dustin. I'm your host.
Yeah.
We're looking forward just to chatting with everybody out there. This is just a fun episode where we get to communicate with you guys in the chat and get some good feedback, and we can just have fun.
Have fun.
Get all laid back.
Anyway, I'm Dustin. This is Nick.
I'm Nick. Hey.
That's
You're
Matt.
you. I'm me.
This is Matt.
That's Matt. Matt Attack.
Mad attack.
We come up with new nicknames every time.
We do.
time.
We have to. It's like a
Every
rite of
time.
passage. And then we also have Dan the Man flying us.
That's right, flying the ship up here. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Is that to us or the audience?
Is that us or the chat?
Whoever wants to answer that.
I'm
But
good.
if you need a drink of water, just give me the secret sign, and I'll keep the camera on me so you can get a drink of water.
What's the secret?
the
What's the
secret
secret
We didn't
sign?
discuss this.
You're just gonna have to make it up as you go along.
Dimbo. That's the
I
sign.
think I'm just gonna need to get a
I'll just put
water bottle with
this
nothing on
helmet.
it.
Just
Oh.
pick it up.
Last but not least, we have the fact checker. Welcome tonight, fact checker.
She don't
She
have
doesn't
a mic.
even have her mic.
She-
oh
oh.
my goodness.
Well,
Pulling an Omega.
Pulling it on.
losing everything.
All right, I'm here.
There you are.
She back.
She's going to be kind of monitoring the chat for us along with Dan. So if you guys have anything in the comments, let us know what you're thinking. We got some
Thinking.
speculation going on. We think we know what's going to happen.
Oh, and we got already
Yeah.
some comments flying in, so we're just gonna pop them out as
Yeah.
they come.
Go, go,
Do
go.
We got Chubby Roll says hello. GT, well,
Just like
GT
that.
Gavin
Like that.
said hi. Sayo Sinsen said, "Got my snackies. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go." And Chubby rolls back with he said hello, all right. Anyway, he said, "GT Gavin, what do you think is going to happen to Crosshair?"
Oh, wow.
so
we're
we're
starting
jumping
off
on
with
with
Bad
Bad
Batch.
Batch. That's a great question. KG is a hand clap. They're all here, ready to go.
Nice. All right, well, let's go right into that question. What do you
Yeah.
guys... Oh, but actually, right before... Just if anybody's watching tonight and you haven't seen season 3,
Oh, yeah.
any of season 3 of The Mandalorian, we are going to be doing some spoilers for episodes 1, 2, and 3. We obviously haven't seen the next one, 4, so we can't really spoil that one unless our predictions come true, and then we're sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
But and also the Bad Batch. If you haven't seen up to what was the episode 13,
13, something.
of Bad Batch, we're gonna maybe be spoiling some of that actually right now because that was a great question. What do you guys think's gonna happen to Crosshair?
He's gonna lead a clone rebellion. I think so. Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
You know.
he's the leader of the clone rebellion.
Why not?
Wow,
He's got the ability to lead.
does he?
Does
He's got
he?
the ability. He's got.
He
the
seems like
ability.
a
This is
really good
speculation.
fowler, to be honest.
He could
Yeah.
though. I mean, definitely was.
Or he's
ignited in him.
Yeah, or he's just gonna be in the midst of it.
Yeah.
Like, well, because
Helping out.
they're
I mean,
gonna try to execute him, obviously, for what
Yeah.
he did.
I think the only reason they're keeping him alive is just to try and pull out some of those genes to make like a super. It seems like they're trying to make like a superhuman
Yeah.
Like
Squid's
force-
got
yeah.
genes.
force
Squid's got
user.
genes.
Squid's got genes.
I'm
that
wondering if it's like, because remember how they enhanced his brain or whatever because the inhibitor chips and all that stuff?
yeah.
I wonder if right now they're just like trying to figure out what's going on, why it malfunctioned, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's where they're at right now. But
Well-
I'm hoping that he will ultimately fight back, and he may have to be rescued by the Bad Batch. The rest of them,
Right.
That's what.
Yeah. I think they already took out his inhibitor chip.
I think he
It's completely.
didn't he take it out
Yeah, they took
like
it
a
out.
long time before.
Yeah. And that's why they
Yeah.
thought he still had the inhibitor chip, but he was like, nah, I'm doing this on my own.
That was
bro."
that was at the end of season 1, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so he took it out, but they didn't. I thought they did something to him earlier on in that season, like as soon as they got a hold of him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. It's possible.
Because then he came out. There was this moment where he showed up and he looked all like, "Oh, he's even worse, and
He's
meaner."
even
And
worse.
that's when he went and shot up the rebels on that planet with that one squad that
Yeah.
Rampart commissioned.
Yeah, which he was
Yeah.
leading then, to your point, Nick.
And he was
Yeah.
dark. He was way darker. So I thought somehow they did
Mad
something
man.
to him to make him even more.
I know. I think that's what made it worse. Actually, was that they
Okay.
didn't, and he was choosing to do that on his own. I think that's what made that darker
Yeah.
in some ways.
Crosshair.
true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's gonna turn against his captors.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they're trying to get the. I think they're trying. You think they're trying to get the genes out of them.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why they.
Those are good genes.
And it might cross over together with Mando for the
Cross.
fact that that I think Baby Yoda or Grogu might be there
Oh yeah.
at this time. It's possible, and
makes sense.
that would be crazy. And then if they capture Omega gets trapped there.
Hopefully stays there forever.
Hopefully stays there forever. And then the Bad Batch has to go in with Rex. They got to get everybody on board.
Right.
They got to get Rex and everybody to go save them. And then while they're there, they're going to get Crosshair out too. And I think then after that whole Mount Tantus invasion, they're going to have the clone uprising. Although you don't really hear about a clone uprising anywhere else in Star Wars. So.
Well, it's the Empire. They kept it hush hush.
Yeah, that's
Kept
true.
it on the DL.
It only happened on Mount Tantus.
Yeah.
And that's definitely an interesting time. Like this transition between clones to stormtroopers is something we haven't seen.
No.
Right.
Which is why it's fascinating for Star Wars lore, because you're like, oh, well, we knew that they became stormtroopers. We saw them in episode 4, but how did they get there,
Right.
So it's kind of cool if he leads a rebellion, although we see some of them still alive later on. What show was that where we saw old Rex?
It was Obi-Wan,
was-
actually, whenever he was on that
In,
one planet.
Well, in Rebels.
you
Well,
saw
Rebels.
old Rex.
Rebels.
Yeah.
Come on,
live
man.
action. I'm
Come
talking
on
live
now.
action, though.
Talking
Yeah.
live action, yeah.
They actually
But we-
had an old one. Just cool.
We don't reference that show.
We got a bunch of other comments, I think, flowing in, too.
Yeah.
But that was a great question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's our
Yeah, we got.
speculation.
KG said he's being tortured currently on Mount Tantus, which yes,
Yeah.
bummer. And then perhaps
That's all I got
Sucks
to say
to
about
be
that.
you, Crosshair.
I mean, Crosshair has done his fair share of wrongs, right?
Oh,
We
yeah.
want him to be redeemed because so far he's giving us the best Bad Batch
Yeah.
He
episodes.
is the bad batch.
He is the Bad Batch.
He's
But-
bad.
But what he had to go through in that last episode was so hard just to watch as a, even as a tortured evil person like Crosshair, you're like, man, you feel bad for him. So we
Right.
don't want him to be tortured. We want him to come back and redeem the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Chubby
yeah.
roll.
I
Perhaps
like-
the start of the Dark Trooper program.
I do like that.
That is probably where they're going with it.
Because if you... Sorry,
they're
you go ahead.
making the perfect soldier,
Right.
and the clones were near perfect, but they still had their own personalities.
Yeah.
So now they've taken their personalities out and just put in all their
They show no remorse.
combat abilities and whatnot.
Well, and what if, like to Dan's point, what if the Dark Troopers,
Dark
Dark Trooper program, what if he is the start of that and they do put an inhibitor chip in him and that just makes him completely subservient to orders.
So he never
And that's why
changes?
when they talk, they never talk. It's always in code or whatever.
Right.
Because they can't. Maybe
Yeah.
their brains scrambled and they cloned him to make him the Dark Trooper program.
I could see it.
Because
could
they're
definitely see it.
all way better shots.
Right.
Obviously, they're tall. He has similar armor too, so
Right.
it is.
He's
So that's
super
a very
menacing.
good point. I think Chubby Roll is a
Chubby
great
Roll.
name first and foremost, and Chubby Roll second is onto something.
Yeah.
You guys have anything to add to that?
No, yeah.
I think you nailed it.
He's in the same thought vein as us.
Yeah.
It fits into the timeline, which we'll
Yeah.
get to later. You want
Oh,
me to
yeah.
peek the timeline? You want me to give him a peek at the?
Give that peak.
Yeah.
I guess.
Give him a sneak peek.
So here we
Might
go.
not be able to read it though.
No, it's on the screen. I put together a little timeline here of the biggest events from Star Wars. And
How
this
far
is,
back does it go?
This is
Yoda's
actually
birth.
Which is 900 years ago, right?
900 BBY,
BBY, yeah.
and
That's an old
then
man.
We're getting sweaty.
Right?
and then it just walks right through.
Mm.
241 is Anakin being born. Anyway,
Right.
you can thumb through and
Wow.
see all of the.
All before.
And this is taking into account all of the movies and shows
And TV
and
shows.
TV shows up until basically Mandalorian.
What about Clone Wars? Is it even Clone Wars?
Clone Wars. Yep,
Dang.
Rebels. So Maul blinds Kanan Jarrus. So this is spoilers for every show if you haven't
Right,
seen them.
right.
Apologies.
I love 3 to 4 AD. I can get my little laser pointer here.
Yeah. Many
Many
Bothans
Bothans
die.
I love that. 3 to 4 AD.
We're not sending the Bothans to do anything. I sent them to get me a cup of coffee. They all died.
They all died.
I forget what that's from. That's from somebody. I did not
Right.
come up with that.
I don't know either.
Oh man,
So,
we got some more
yeah.
comments coming in,
Let's
but
do it.
that is
But that's,
awesome.
So
Dan.
we can consult that as time goes on if we
Yeah.
want to.
Consult
Time
it.
goes on.
we
The
need
timeline. I
time.
see what you did there.
Clever.
Clever?
I'm not that smart.
Did you say clever?
I don't know what I
Clubber.
said anymore.
Clever.
Just clubber that and take it for yourself.
Constantly make me question myself, Nick.
Well, I'm sorry. It just sounded like you said clever. I was like,
Clever.
did you say clever or clever?
Nick hears
Clever.
things.
I hear
Voices.
our voices. We have our voices.
All right. So the chat changed over to Mando now, which
Yes.
is mostly why we're here. But we're excited to talk Bad Batch with anybody that wants to talk Bad Batch.
Mhm.
So any questions on Bad Batch?
Yeah, anything Star
on
Wars.
anything Star Wars, anything life related, and I'm kidding, not life,
Just
but
Death related.
fake life. All right, so we got Din. Okay, who do you think is going to ride the Mythosaur? This is from GT Gavin, our first guy in the chat. Who do you think's going to ride the Mythosaur?
It's got to be Mando, right?
Right? You
That's
would
what I
think.
hope for, anyway.
Yeah.
And that's who I.
Vote for.
I'm gonna say think. All right. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
get-
I
I
don't
got
want to
you.
see anyone else ride it. I suppose. I mean, unless it's Bo-Katan, I guess. But
Right. And yeah, what
or
does that
Grogu.
mean? What does that mean for the
unless,
Star Wars universe?
I don't know.
Like, does she become the ruler of Mandalore, or is it
I think
whoever?
it's together.
Yeah,
as
or
of now.
whoever holds the darksaber still.
Well, yeah, so that's an interesting point because before the Darksaber, the one who ruled Mandalore was the first one who rode the Mythosaur.
Yeah.
That was Mandalore the Great, I believe was his name. And he rode the Mythosaur, and that's what kind of united the factions in the beginning. So that's why it's an interesting point, because it's like if you have Din, who has the Darksaber, but you have Bo, who's riding the Mythosaur,
True.
they're like,
Who do you follow?
who do we follow?
Yeah.
Unless they come together.
Together.
The only point I'll say that I think maybe Din might be the one to write it was because of how they teased it up in season 1 with Queel. Or Queel's going to come back from the grave and write it.
He's just a bag
have
of bones. Hey,
Maybe
He's a
because
zombie.
maybe because
Maybe that was the eye dude.
Maybe
Sorry, go ahead.
because Mando sucks with the Darksaber right now.
Right?
Maybe eventually Bo-Katan will have
Hey.
it, and that'll be Bo-Katan's weapon, and the Mythosaur will be Mando's weapon.
Right. Or the Mythosaur will train Mando
Train him in
how
the
to use the
Darksaber.
Darksaber.
Actually,
hold it like this.
Actually, I saw something hilarious earlier. I wish I brought it up, but I saw the chart of who won the Darksaber. It was technically Moff Gideon, then it was Mando, and then Mando technically lost to that weird creature
Yep.
on Mandalore, and then Bo actually defeated that creature. So technically, at this point, Bo
Right.
technically,
Technical.
How many times can you
Got
say
me on
technically?
technicality.
it wasn't declared, I guess, like a declared one-on-one battle. So maybe that's not how it works.
You
You know,
can't
it's
just
got to be
shout
like
that. I didn't shout it. I declared it.
I declared it. I do declare.
I do declare.
Yeah, but I think Dan. What do you think, Dan? Who do you think's gonna ride him?
I think Din's
her.
gonna ride him.
We should name the Mythosaur. Anybody got good names out there for the
Yeah,
Mythosaur?
name the Mythosaur.
I kept thinking of like Maggie.
I was thinking like, is it a dude or a
Right?
not a dude, a woman?
If it's a
It's a
yeah,
man.
Fact checker
Marty?
thinks it should be a man.
Marty-
I was thinking,
Marty Mythosaur.
I was thinking Carl.
Carl the Mythosaur.
Carl.
Carl.
Trogdor the
Maybe
Mythosaur.
Vector.
Oh man,
I don't know. That's a good question, though, GT Gavin. I
Yeah.
think he followed up with that. And then somebody, KG, said Din after Grogu tames it.
Yep.
Nice.
And
Grogu uses the
that's-
Force on it.
If Grogu uses the Force,
yeah,
because
yeah.
he clearly has a history of helping Din with animal attacks and
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
he's like,
Saved
watch
his
this.
butt."
I can help you out with whatever creature wants to attack you. And he threw that one thing out of the cave as he had to leave to go get Bo,
oh yeah.
like it was in the trailer.
Well, and
So-
he with the Rancor, he bonded with the Rancor.
Yep.
And Boba Fett.
He's
Is that
got
you
it.
throwing? The
Yeah, that was,
Got it
that
all.
was a reenactment.
It's
Right there.
And then
Picture
KG
perfect.
also said Bo will eventually get the Darksaber. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what
She
I
knows
said.
how to use it. I don't quite remember where she was trained with it, but I know she got it from Sabine.
Sabine.
And,
Yeah,
and maybe she had been trained on it as a young person or just with that weapon. I don't know.
She
Yeah.
could. I mean, even Sabine could have trained her how to use it correctly.
Right.
We got a lot of comments flowing in.
Yeah,
Let's keep it going.
You've got a lot of names coming in.
Oh,
for
we
the
got some
Mythosaur.
sick names. All right,
Okay.
so
Sick.
by the way, back up. So Simpson, no, I think Bo's going to take the Mythosaur for herself. She got the real hush hush. Shia Simpson's.
He was trying.
He does not trust if we remember from last stream, he does not trust Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
I think he's the one that said she might be a little shyster.
Yep.
But KG,
Maybe
yes,
we
but-
shouldn't keep repeating it.
KG said yes, but Katie Sackhoff said that she thinks Bo may not believe what she saw.
Yeah.
So that was from an
she
interview.
Did. Katie Sackhoff did come up with. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
So
keep
there's
going.
some in the world of Star Wars lore, and then there's out in the real world. What did people say about
Right,
their characters? So that's interesting. It all plays into speculation. And then Silas KG sounds like propaganda. I just had to say that.
Yeah.
Then GT Gavin said, knowing Disney, answering his own question, Grogu's probably going to ride it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which that'd
yeah.
make a pretty cool toy. I think at some point you let the kid get on it, but he's
Right.
not gonna. Can't be the one to tame
When he
it,
turns
or not
16.
to
When he
ride it.
turns 16, it's his first ride.
Yeah, you got to go through training, But
How old is he now? Anyway,
Like
he's still like
50
a,
or something.
it's
I know
on the.
he's like 50 something. But
If we consult the timeline here,
He was waiting for it.
the timeline.
this is it is a fact on here. Let's see if we go back. It's right around the time that
Oh,
think it's-
Anakin,
Wouldn't you go forward?
when he was born.
Well, he was,
Oh, when he
No,
was
yeah, we're
born.
going to when
Never
he's
mind.
born.
you silly goose.
yeah. I didn't necessarily mean like his actual age, but his
What do
like
you mean?
what they say he is as like because he's 50, but he still acts like a child. So like,
Right.
Yeah.
what
Probably
age
like
would
2.
that child be? Yeah.
So according
Seems
to this,
a little older.
41 BBY. You didn't ask, but I'm answering.
No, go ahead. sir.
Also around 41 BBY, around the same time as Anakin.
That's
So-
when Anakin was born.
That's what they say on
That
here.
is funny. I never even put that together.
Also
Anakin
around this
and
time,
Grogu are the
Yoda-
same.
Yeah, so
age.
Anakin somehow conceived by the midichlorians, which George Lucas loves, and then also around this time, young Yoda-like creatures born to mystery parents.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So according to this timeline, the parents are mysterious.
Mysterious.
Ooh.
So
mysterious mythosaurs. Am I right?
Mysterious.
All right.
Was Yaddle still alive at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait. What do you mean? When
Yeah.
she,
No, yeah,
when he
she
was
was
born.
around.
When he was born.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
she was definitely around.
yeah, we got the Yaddle
Yoda
death
and
later
Yaddle.
in the timeline.
It could have been Yoda and Yaddle.
Yeah,
Could have been Yoda and Yaddle.
could have been. That would make sense, right?
That'd be
True.
a
Some
good-
forbidden
good,
love between
technically,
Yoda and
the
Yaddle.
Code of the Jedi says you can't have any attachments.
So they had him,
Yeah.
but
They
But
didn't
there was
have
no
just to
attachments.
save their species.
Ugh.
Maybe there's. Never mind.
Never
There's
mind.
probably
Let's
ways. yeah.
We're getting
Okay.
weird here.
Yeah, knowing Disney. Yeah, so Silesin said, I don't want the Jon Snow legacy for my dude Din Djarin, but I have a feeling they're going to do him dirty.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Well, the old bait and switch.
I don't think so. I just have too much faith in Filoni and Favreau
Flip
Yeah.
here.
around.
I think they know how to take care of our man Din.
Well,
Like,
and we
they
heard-
are Din. You know what I mean?
Our
Right.
man Dinbo.
Well, Din really is like Boba Fett 2.0. Really,
Yeah.
they wanted to use Boba Fett originally,
Yeah.
but they couldn't at that time in this time frame. So they made Din Djarin, the
Din Djarin.
Mandalorian.
Then they were able
kinda
to
do
and
it.
screwed it up.
So what?
Exactly.
I said then they were able to use Boba Fett and screwed it up.
Yeah, they definitely jacked it up. I still wonder if he's going to show up in this. I kind of hope he does. I want redemption for Boba Fett.
Right.
He's gonna tame the mythosaur.
Oh, that would be crazy.
That's a
Ooh.
plot twist nobody
It's-
sees coming.
It's a possibility.
The funny thing is that, we really liked Boba Fett in season 1 or 2.
Two.
He was like
Yeah, he was actually
boss
awesome,
man
That was because
Yeah.
Favreau
in
informed.
Din's show in the Mandalorian, and then and then in Boba Fett's show, the Mandalorian, like really
Right.
shined.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do him dirty. I don't think they're gonna because Favreau said that we're like in the middle of a longer story.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of time and a lot of stuff going on still. So I hope not. I hope it doesn't go too long and then they do that
Right.
because that
Yeah.
was trash. Anyway. What we got a lot more comments.
Yeah,
to
we
get
got a lot
later.
more. So we got here we go. Below then we got Jane Doe.
Jane Doe, nice.
Great name.
Nice.
Space Mommy, Daddy, and Kid.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
That reminds me of oh shoot, that movie. Yeah, you lied. Just space. Oh shoot. My
Oh,
wife-
Space Stepmom.
Space Stepmom.
Yeah, it's,
oh,
Megamind.
Megamind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man, my
yeah,
wife's
yeah.
gonna
Oh, yeah,
kill
we
me
were
for
supposed
that.
to tell him to
Get the
that
reference.
That's-
Well, you
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
give him much of a reference
Yeah.
to go off of.
You lied to Space Stepmom.
That movie's hilarious. If you've not checked that out, check that movie out. All right, sorry, keep
It's
going. Dan.
All right. And if you haven't figured it out by now, if you put a comment in the chat, we're gonna read it.
Yeah, we are.
So we want to know what you have to say. That's what this show's about.
Just try to keep it clean, please.
Keep it clean,
Yeah.
right? We
PG.
will read
Clean.
we will read the G version. Speaking of, no, I'm kidding. Chubby Roll, I wonder if the Mandalorians will return to Mandalore this season. I mean, it seems inevitable.
Yeah.
There's a good speculation there. What do you
Yeah.
think, Dustin? And then KG had said earlier, no one's ever really gone wrong. I don't know what that was referring to.
No one's ever really gone.
Oh, ever really
That's-
gone in the Star
that's-
Wars universe.
Yeah,
like
that's what,
Quill,
like
Quill.
Quill, right.
probably
That's probably what they're
IG
referencing.
IG-11.
That would be so funny.
They'll show up as Force ghosts.
Yeah,
It's
Quill
like-
shows up.
You weren't even with
Mando's
the
like,
Force.
how am I seeing you right now? I was like, oh, you're a little guy over there.
He's
Yeah,
force
they-
projecting me.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we just came up with a possible way to bring Quill back.
There you go.
Impressive.
Unless it was
man.
his twin or brother or something.
Yeah, what?
Right.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What was
His name is Qual.
Qual. Squall. It's Queel and Squall.
He thought it was Quill that put together IG-11, but it was actually his brother, Qual.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super smart.
He's the robot genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I think it's definitely a possibility either this season or next season
Yeah.
they'll come back to Mandalore. It might take some time to, get the
Rebuild.
planet, rebuilt.
I
But I
think
could see that for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think they will end the season on Mandalore. Like
Yeah.
they're arriving on Mandalore.
They're getting them all back together.
Do you think
Maybe after a big fight.
This
or
is
Yeah.
all like Wall-E. It's all like Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Where they had to
Oh,
leave.
yeah, you're right.
And
Yeah.
then
'Cause
they
the planet
find out
was
they're
uninhabitable. Sorry.
and then
Don't-
Mando goes back and brings back the plant, and then the proof is there, and then they're like, no, we can't go back, but they have to reunite and get the evil person that's controlling them, which might be the armorer or the Children of the Watch that refuses to let them go back, or whoever it is,
Right,
right?
yeah.
Right.
And get them all on board with Din and Bo once they get married, and like, let's go back.
Like
Let's
how
go
you sneak
back.
that one in there
Right.
once they get married.
We're shipping them.
Yeah,
We're
Dimbo
definitely shipping
forever,
them.
man.
Dimbo
Dimbo
forever.
forever.
I need a good love story in
Right.
this. Star Wars has been missing that for too long, and
Yeah.
we need a good love
It's been a
story.
little dry.
It's been
Also,
garbage.
going back to the whole Mandalorians coming back to Mandalore.
Yeah,
Do
do
you
it.
think there's going to be another Battle of Mandalore?
Ooh.
You know,
With
Empire?
between them.
Like Thrawn.
Okay.
I think Thrawn could come back and try to.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Destroy
I mean,
it
eventually,
again
yeah. I mean, there's
before-
gonna be another big bad.
Yeah, but do you
Yeah.
think that's what's going to happen? They're like Thrawn's going to find out that they're trying to get back there, and he doesn't want that
Yeah, I could see that.
there's strength in unity.
Right.
He doesn't want that.
Yeah, he might be trying to take out his competition before they can rally against him. I could see that for sure. If
Yeah.
Thrawn's strategist like that.
Mm-hmm.
We do think that that's Thrawn out there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, for sure.
Why would
Okay.
they show the Purgle?
No,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
actually Greedo saying McClunky.
No one's ever really gone.
Right. McClunky's never
comes
out of my
back.
mind.
It's his brother, Weedo.
Guido.
Speedo.
Speedo. It's his brother.
He shows up in a Speedo.
He's a model.
Oh my goodness.
He's a model for a Rhodian magazine.
He's like,
For Swimming Monthly. Do
Oh,
they
my
swim? Do
goodness.
Rhodians swim?
all right, we got a lot more comments.
I think
to
they
go
have
through.
gills, so I
I
don't know.
think
they
they
look
do.
like swimmers.
They look like swimmers.
They look like.
They look like suction
fish
tree
thing.
frogs, don't they? Their
Yeah.
fingers are kind of like.
But yeah, I mean, could you like? Have they ever? What is their home planet?
Rhodia.
That would make sense because they're called Rhodians.
You just said it like.
Do
10
they ever
seconds
show
ago.
it in a show? I feel like they do.
Yeah.
Is it in
Padme.
Clone?
Padme
Is it in
goes to
Clone Wars?
Rhodia
Yeah,
to
that's
visit
right.
her
Okay.
uncle or whatever.
It's all coming together.
Uncle.
Yeah.
And then Jar Jar goes with him, and then he
Yeah.
bumbles around, but still wins the day.
Yeah.
Bumbles around.
I never thought I'd forget so much so quickly without a severe blow to the head.
Name that. If you name that reference, I will be impressed.
We've said this
for the
on-
people that don't know us.
Yeah.
We say it all the time.
Especially in the
Say
chat.
a
Drop it
lot.
in the chat.
Drop it in
Yeah,
the chat.
for sure.
Drop
All right,
it,
we got
drop
a
it,
lot
drop
more
it.
comments to go
All
through.
right,
Let's
GT
crank through
Gavin
these.
said from a certain point of view. Because
Yeah.
KG
Yes.
said no one's ever really gone, I believe.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Sile Simpson said Steve.
For the name, we're getting into the
Steve.
names.
Steve.
And then
the
we got
mythosaur.
John. GT
Yep.
Gavin said John.
That's a nice one.
Steve.
Let's put them
John.
together.
GT Gavin, he likes Jimmy.
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 Can't go
Jimmy
wrong with a
Mytho.
And then KG says kinda digging Carl.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Way to go,
You
Matt.
know what's up.
Carl the Mythosaur.
Carl.
And
He
then
eats somebody, and Mando's just like,
Carl.
Carl.
Whoa,
What are you
hey.
doing, dude?
What are we doing?
Chubby Roll said Fluffy.
Fluffy.
Fluffy the Mythosaur.
Maybe it should be Toothy.
Toothy.
Toothless.
No, I was gonna say one, but I was like,
How
nope,
to Train
not
Your
gonna say that
Mythosaur.
one. It's got horns. So
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
you should stop yourself there.
Yeah, don't even.
that's why I didn't say it.
Oh my gosh. But you alluded to it.
I'm sorry.
And now you put it out there.
I'm so sorry.
And now people are going to be like, What's he? Oh no!
No.
GT Gavin said
Thanks,
Biggie
Dan.
Biggie.
Biggie Miffy.
or
How about-
or Biggs.
How about Tiny?
Or Biggs.
Do the
I
eye-
like it's like Biggs Darklighter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Biggs.
Do the ironic
Mytho.
name though.
Luke shows up and names him Biggs.
Yeah.
He's my wingman. Who died?
All right. R.I.P. Biggs.
You will now live on in this mythosaur.
Right.
Biggs would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, who's gonna name it? That's the thing. Or does it have
We're
a name?
naming it.
I bet you
That's what we're
Bo-Katan
doing.
know if it existed. I'll bet you Bo-Katan knows what the name is.
Right.
Right.
It's Mandalore. They become mythosaurs when they die. Did you know that?
Turns out the his name was Din, right?
Yeah. Right.
Chubby Roll said parents. Let's see. Oh gracious, I just missed it.
Oh,
Parents
Chubby
are
Roll's- yeah.
definitely Yoda and Yaddle
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Grogu. I mean, they have to
so.
be.
Save the species.
Like how many?
Species.
How many? They haven't
Yeah.
showed that many of their species
Those
at
are
all.
literally
Right.
the only two we've ever seen other than
So-
Grogu. So
Yeah.
you're kind of putting two to do together.
Yeah,
Something
it's-
happened.
You
There.
Look,
two to do together.
You know, the mythosaur has horns.
Good Lord.
All right, KG
Why are you
said.
bringing it back up?
KG said,
That was
"Is
terrible.
it possible Plagueis created Anakin?" Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Put
I've
your
heard
thinking
this.
hats on.
I thought that's what
And
happened.
accidentally created Grogu at the same time
Oh, right.
somehow.
Ooh.
I mean, timeline.
Yeah.
If the shoe fits.
Yaddle's just like, what
If
the
the shoe
heck?
fits. Yeah. Let's put that in the timeline.
yeah, Yaddle's just sitting there like, what the heck?
Or maybe maybe they're not the only ones. Anakin and
There could have been more.
Grogu.
Probably
Yeah, there's
100
tons of
different
them.
ones.
Oh my goodness.
tons of force sensitive force sensitive kids out there.
That's a good. I mean, that's kind of what we
Yeah.
speculated before. It's been a speculation going on for a long time with Plagueis in like basically creating Anakin, who is
Yeah.
the chosen one, because he messed around a lot with midichlorians and being able to create life. That was one of the things even Papa Palps said.
Papa.
So that makes perfect sense. And then, what if he just overdid it?
Yeah, he's like, oh, a little bit of this. Oh.
Gotta turn it down a little. Gotta turn
And
it down.
that's who we're gonna see busting through those doors tonight on the flash. I think the flashback is happening tonight because tonight's episode's written by Filoni.
Yeah.
And it's directed by
Carl Weathers.
Carl.
But usually when you got Dave Filoni in there, you're playing with some serious lore.
Yeah.
I know we probably got some comments on it. I'm just gonna finish.
That's the next one. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Next comment, Eddie Bear. Hey, what's up, Eddie? He was on our stream last week.
Nice.
Do you, let's see, Filoni co-wrote this upcoming episode. I expect a Jedi to appear via flashback. Will Jedi show up?
Which
So-
Which
Jedi?
Jedi?
Which
will show
Jedi
up?
show up? I'll
We're all-
learn to read
Sorry.
eventually.
He's a little dyslexic.
Well, if they do the
No.
flashback.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think Anakin's gonna come through those doors.
Yep.
I mean, it just makes common
Well,
sense.
who are the 4 Jedi that are gonna show
Oh,
up?
that are like
The
there?
ones who's
Who's
the master-
Theory went through that. Star Wars Theory. If you haven't checked out his video on
Yeah.
that, he does a really good breakdown on all that.
what's his name? The trainer, the master
Oh
bladesman.
shoot, he was actually
He's the choreographer.
The
I
one-
forget his
yeah.
name though. Now
I don't know
Yeah.
his name.
He'll probably be there.
Let us know
Yeah,
in the chat if you know the
can't
name of the
And
choreographer.
him
or
and
fact
Anakin.
checker.
The best duelist.
Yeah, him and Anakin will fight to the death.
And he was actually the Jedi, like the ultimate teacher for
Right.
Uh,
for sword fighting.
Sword
yeah.
fighting. Yeah, sabers.
He was the best.
The thing
was
is, if
best.
Anakin, if it's Anakin, that means we're going to see Anakin.
Yeah.
We're going
Right.
to see what's the actor's name?
Hayden Christensen.
I know he signed up for Ahsoka
Oh, Nick Gillard, but what's his name in the? Sorry,
in the
Dan.
show. Yeah,
in the
His Jedi name.
because he's actually a Jedi in the.
yeah.
prequels.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think the likelihood of us getting Hayden Christensen? I know
Yeah,
he signed
I'd
up
say
for
it's
Ahsoka.
I'd say it's pretty likely.
I think it's pretty likely
Yeah.
because I mean they just got him back for Obi-Wan
Yeah.
at the same time or similar time frame. They
Heck,
got Anakin or
they-
him.
They probably filmed the shots at the same time.
Yeah,
For the ones we did for Obi-Wan,
yeah, that would make
Yeah.
sense. He just shows up, he goes and does that, and then he does this one. That would
Right.
make sense to me. And he just, man, how boss would that be? He just annihilates those other dudes, and we get to see it.
Yeah. It's like
That
Palpatine getting arrested all over again. Nice when you
Yeah.
brought Kit Fisto and 2 other janitors.
What do you guys think? I think that's the most likely, but let's
Yeah.
listen. Let's sound off a few others. Who else do you guys think it could be?
I don't have any.
Let's know in the comments.
Who's
too.
coming through the door?
Yeah, who's coming through the door?
Coming through the door.
It's lightsabers. If I remember the trailer, it's lightsabers cutting through the door, right?
Yeah,
Eh,
Was there a color
I think
that we
it's
could
just-
notice?
I don't know if it's
No.
lightsabers or if it's just torches.
It looked
Torches.
like something was cutting through the
When
door.
do you ever see
The
a
clones.
torch being used?
Well, I don't know, Dustin. Can you give us what are the other options?
I
Yeah,
think-
what are the other?
So
options?
I mean, there could be Sidious. I mean, could be another one. There's
Let's-
a possibility that Darth Sidious is there. Papa Palps.
Papa.
He could be coming through the door. Otherwise, it could be. Oh, Syndrelic is his name. Thank you,
Syndrelic.
fact checker.
yeah.
That's the name. Nick Gillard. Nick Gillard was the choreographer for all the prequels, and he got to be the Syndrelic, who was the what's his title? What was his title in there? I forget. He was like the head Jedi,
Grandmaster.
the lightsaber duelist. But Papa Palps could come through. That would be crazy. If you see like a Papa
would
Palps
be.
like episode 3 and he's just flying through the room like
Yeah.
a crazy.
Looks like an old man, but flipping all around.
Yeah, that would be sick. Otherwise, they could pull a bait and switch and do oh snap, Mace Windu.
Mace Windu
It's a
coming through the door.
possibility. That's
Why
a
would he be
stretch
Why would he be coming through the door?
to
If
save.
if he caught himself, yeah. If he
If he
didn't
saved
die,
himself and
if
got
he-
back in
That would
time.
be
So you're saying he's not
Insane.
actually dead?
Well,
Yeah.
you never see his body,
You never see his
and
body.
no one is truly gone.
So he escaped.
Never really
He
gone.
escaped Sidious.
yeah,
So there's that. I think those are probably the 3 most likely, unless they want to do like a Quinlan Voss type situation.
Right, like
he
he's got-
lives.
that's who rescues him
It could be.
because he, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it. That's who it is.
Mm.
Because that's what he does after Order 66. He rescues people, takes them to safety.
Who is it?
Right,
Quinlan Voss.
Quinlan Voss, and
He's in.
Which guy's a
He's in
Obi-Wan.
Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
With the episode with
He's kind of
him
like
and
the.
Obi-Wan and
They
the
kind of make him like a Native American
Yeah.
style, which is cool because
Oh.
he's like a really good tracker.
I know what you're talking about.
And he's
yep.
funny too. He's really
they were
funny.
with Boba Fett.
Obi-Wan.
Hut.
Oh, Zero.
Yeah, I
the
remember.
Hutt.
Yeah, zero.
He's a big zero in my book.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Any other ones you guys think?
No, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's a
Let us
good,
know in the comments.
it's a
Yeah.
good speculation roster.
Yep.
All right, let's keep moving on.
It's gonna be epic. Here we go. We got Incredibles World / Ro Katan said, Bo Katan is my favorite Star Wars character now.
Yes.
Joining us in the chat. Thanks for joining us in the chat.
Thanks
And
for joining
Pretty
us.
dope sauce.
Bo Katan is pretty epic. We're pretty
100%.
hyped on Bo Katan.
Yeah.
I liked her in the Clone Wars too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I think that's what some of the appeal is. Like she
She
was in
was-
the Clone Wars, and now she's a live action.
It's
character.
rare to
Right.
have that happen.
is.
That's what's so cool about this.
I mean,
It's
we did get Saw Gerrera in
right.
Rogue One, but it was for like
What? Yeah.
that episode.
And he
5
was
minutes.
insane.
By the end of Clone
Mind
Wars,
Flayer.
he was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the end of season 7, he was like, "Oh dear,
Yeah.
poor
Oh,
Saw."
Oh, dear.
And he was trained by Anakin, Obi-Wan.
Yep.
He really saw the whole thing, the whole plot thing.
yeah.
The whole plotting
And
thing.
to end with a Death Star boom is kind of maybe he's not dead. No,
Maybe he's not dead.
I don't know.
about that.
KG
This
said
one they might not be bringing back.
sailboats. So
It looks
three
like
shi-
ships. I
three
think
ships.
shipping.
Yeah,
Yeah, the shipping.
Because we said Dinbo forever.
Yep.
Yeah, stay
Dimbo
at Target.
forever.
Yeah,
We're shipping
Dimbo
Dimbo,
forever. We're
baby.
shipping it. Yeah,
Bop,
those,
bop, boop,
that's the
bop.
ships. I
Need
dig it.
I never knew what ship meant
I know it's
until what was the first
Just
ship we
now.
did? Oh, it was Cereal and
Cyril and
Cyril and
Cereal
Deidre.
and Deidre.
Yeah.
Cereal, dude.
Serial carnage.
We don't understand your hip young lingo.
Right.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
ship is like a
Matt, you're young.
it's like a
I'm
one half
sorry.
generation older than Matt is when they started
Yeah.
saying ship.
One half.
One half.
Older or younger?
So
older
like
than Matt.
25.
Oh.
No, I mean, are you serious? Because there's not many people younger than Matt that would be saying. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
16-year-olds.
I've never heard of it.
I mean, they say bussin'.
Yeah, what does bussin' mean?
It's stupid.
It's stupid.
That is my
Well,
generation.
maybe-
That's my generation apparently,
Is
and I
it?
hate it. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it might be a little younger.
Let us know in the
than me.
comments. What does
Yeah.
bussin' mean?
It means
good.
like good or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
stupid. And
But don't you have to
excessive.
use it in like the right? I had like somebody was trying to explain it to me, and I'm like,
It's dumb. It was my. It was probably my cousin.
yeah, it was. It was your cousin. She
It
was
was my
trying to
cousin.
explain it to me, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Here we go. Favorite Disney princess. This is Chubby Roll. Favorite Disney princess is Bo-Katan.
Yep.
Yes.
There you go.
I dig it.
Oh man, I never even thought about. Otherwise, I guess technically Leia too. Sorry, you can't not say Leia.
Yeah.
the OG. But Bo-Katan is pretty awesome.
He didn't say you had to not say
Yeah,
that.
right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why you're getting so defensive.
I'm sorry. I'm not
He
trying.
wasn't looking
Chubby
for a
roll.
yes
sorry,
or
I'm
no.
sorry.
You're right, but Leia is a potential candidate for Disney princess status.
And Dustin
yes.
hates that you didn't say Leia.
I did. I don't-
Cages love it. And then Incredibles World. Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
Oh, yeah. That was a good
Right.
line. Did
Yeah,
you think your
that's-
dad was the only Mandalorian?
You know, because the title. This is a funny thing. Is that the show is called The Mandalorian?
He's like,
He's the quintessential Mandalorian. Like, wait a second. There's been like generation after generation and other shows and other medium. You know,
Right.
it's a Boba Fett. I mean, all of that. It's a complicated Mandalorian world we live in.
Yeah. But I mean, he is the only one with the dark saber, so
And the one
There's
we're,
that.
And the one we're mostly following.
yeah.
He doesn't know how to use it though, so
We don't have to bring that into it.
But he's still the rightful ruler of Mandalore.
he is the rightful ruler. So he
At
is
this point, yeah.
currently the Mandalorian.
Ugh.
KG said Carl.
Carl.
We're sticking on it. We're sticking on it. Nick Gillard.
Yep, he's-
KG was
he's
trying to help us
answering.
out.
Thank
and
you.
Then,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah. Bo Din is a better ship than Raylo.
Oh,
yes.
absolutely. Anything from the sequel trilogy is bad. We don't
Oh,
we don't talk about Raylo. No.
I like the very, very end, and then they
Yeah.
left us with a tragedy.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
then
was
he
like,
disappeared.
After he was redeemed, I was like,
yeah.
this makes sense. Okay, I can live with this whole thing if they both get out alive
Yep.
and they can continue the Skywalker legacy, or whatever, whatever that.
well, yeah, they would have had to because he's an actual Skywalker, not
That's what I'm
Raylo.
saying.
Right.
He was
Right.
like I don't know. That's my personal opinion.
I forget.
I actually, yeah.
I had him blink and I was like, oh, this could be really cool, and then it dropped. So,
You know what was the greatest
Bo Din
thing?
is way better.
Bowden is way
Yeah,
better.
you know what was the greatest thing though? We watched that movie in the theater, and it all happened like so slowly. I just went.
Yeah, we
Like
both were
They
calling
kissed,
it.
and then he died, and I'm like, watch, he's gonna disappear, and then he freaking disappeared.
No. First,
Freaking disappeared.
no. It was first. It was like they both stood up, and I was like, they're
Yeah,
gonna kiss.
They're gonna kiss,
And
then they totally
kissed,
did.
And then
we're
right
like,
after that, he's
"What?"
like, he's gonna die.
Yep.
Or we were like, he's gonna die.
Yep.
And he did. And then
And then
we
I was
were
like, he's gonna disappear, and then he freaking disappeared. I laughed so
we
hard
were
because I
dying
was like, how
laughing
did
at
I
the end
just
of the
call
movie.
all of that?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Oh, predictable.
Yeah, it was terrible. But that I agree with you, Dan. That relationship actually worked because they had the tension throughout 3 movies of those two. It's like,
And
yeah.
then they-
Oh, and we could continue on the Skywalker lineage because he's still alive and he turned good. And that was the most. He was the most likable as good because he was like a Jedi Han Solo. Who
Yeah.
wouldn't want that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They screwed up so bad
It
in so many
really
ways. I didn't want to go
happened.
into it.
It was the most redeeming arc of the whole thing.
Yeah, it hurts me just to think about it.
And
Put
then
me deep, Disney.
here we
Dimbo.
go. Speaking of Mace, Siosin said, "Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're back to Chubby Roll. What happened to Bo's nephew Corky? Man, I hate that name.
Man, I hate that name.
Is that
Oh, yeah,
Obi-Wan's
Corky.
son right there?
What'd you say?
That's Obi-Wan's son right there.
Corky?
Oh my god!
it could have been.
Because, yeah, what's her name?
Satine.
Satine.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Honestly,
I've heard it could be.
that makes total
You know
sense when
that
you think about it.
relationship.
Corky. Wow. Is that really his name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
His name
from,
really,
What's his
I
name?
forgot about
from
that.
I forgot him
Wars,
too.
yeah.
My memory suppressed that.
It's not in the timeline.
It's not in the
It's not in the
timeline.
time-
Gosh, dang it. It can't be
Right.
true then.
but
Yeah.
it's got to be in here somewhere. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh my gosh!
That was during the Clone Wars.
Yeah, and just real quick while we got everybody here with us, we're trying to get to 1,000 subs. So make sure to tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about us. We'd love to have more people in the chat. We
Yeah.
love talking to you all. It's a blast.
it's
talking
been a
Star
blast
Wars.
talking
It's great.
Mando with all the fans in the comment section of all the videos. And if this is live, is just like a version. It's a chance for us to all just chat at the same time.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
this episode's so fun. It's more laid back. We're just kind of having a good
we've
time.
never
And the
been
fun
able-
the fun thing will be tomorrow. We'll be able to directly be like, what did we get right and what
Right,
did we
right.
get horribly
Yeah.
wrong? So
Exactly.
probably a lot wrong.
Well, we have like expectations like to the max. Like the next episode is going to have all of those things in it. You know, They're like,
Otherwise,
wait,
we're
we gotta-
disappointed.
We got to pad the runtime. We got to fill up 4 more episodes. Come on, guys. All right. Let's see. Back to Sile Sin said Mace Windy lived. He's the mayor of Pabu.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he gained some weight.
No.
That would be unfortunate. I read the next comment. I wasn't sure what it meant, but now I understand.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then he just said he's gained some weight.
Please no.
So
I don't think the timeline
I
matches
don't
up.
think so. He can make a
That's pretty
mean
funny, though.
feast.
Yeah. He actually,
Yeah.
he fell and like forgot everything.
He forgot he was a Jedi.
And then he's like, I'm just gonna go live peacefully on this planet called Pabu.
and then get wrecked by
Yeah.
a
I don't know what
tornado.
happened to my hand, but I'll get another one, I guess.
He just has amnesia, right? He has amnesia.
Yeah,
His
he has
amnesia.
Hand
It's like that
amnesia.
movie. Have you seen that movie with Harrison Ford?
Which one?
The one about amnesia.
Yeah, he gets shot in the head.
Oof.
Spoilers. And then he becomes like a totally different person. Like he's
Wasn't
like
there one with Jim Carrey as well?
Regarding Henry is what it's called. Regarding Henry. It's actually a really good movie. It's a totally different take for Han Solo. Han Solo.
Well, you got the actor
What is
right.
reality?
What is real? I fell and I forgot everything.
Where'd my hand go? Han Solo.
Actually, we never answered where Corky went though.
I don't know where he went.
He was
Yeah.
still on. Oh wait, he was on Mandalorian. So that's not
Yeah,
happening
he's,
anymore.
Knight of
he's
1,000
scattered.
years.
Oh yeah, he could
He
have
could just
died.
be dead.
Dude, what if he shows up? That'd be
could.
cool.
There's a lot of Mandalorians.
But
that
wasn't
could
he
show
more
up.
of like a he
He
was
was
more of
more-
like a
he was-
senator, wasn't he?
he
Or
was-
going to be like, or did he die?
I don't know.
No, I want to say
Yeah,
say he was
Corky.
more of a Mandalorian.
Is it on the
Yeah, right?
timeline?
Or was he not as serious?
I thought he was the
Mandalorian?
opposite of his mom because of that. I
His
don't
mom?
remember. I thought he was more like
Wanted to
Le-
fight.
yeah, maybe not. I don't
remember.
know.
Oh,
I
man.
can't remember.
Do you
now.
remember does it say anywhere there? Fact checker.
Well, what I quickly found is he marshaled an attack against Sirach in pursuit of the Dark Lord. I can't say this. Zeros, formerly Luke Torres. This battle saw the death of Corky, age 20.
Oh, he's
Oh.
dead.
They didn't even get to show it.
Must have been
Wow, must have
Legends.
been off screen. It must have been like
Yeah.
a was
Like
that
a
a
comic or
Yeah,
something.
probably a comic or a
something.
book
Yeah.
or something.
Someone knows about
Poor
it.
Corky. That would have been cool with Obi-Wan. That's what they should have. That's who like Ray should have been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like Corky.
they
Or
could have
Corky's-
picked.
Imagine
What
being
are you trying to
named-
say?
Imagine being named Corky though.
Yeah, that's
It's
rough. Come here,
interesting.
Corky.
All right,
He's
I
like,
like
just
this-
kill me, please.
It's like walking into battle.
That's it. I'm done.
All right, this
Take
next
me out.
comment we got to get to because it answers some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep moving on. Sorry.
Shipping came from X-Files from KG.
Okay.
Who said,
Oh.
KG, yep, I'm an OG shipper of Mulder and Scully.
All right.
So I did not know that.
What's X Files?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, well, that's like 20 years before you were born. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
90s.
When was it
About
made?
20 years.
I think it was like mid 90s when it was peak.
Yeah, I watched that when I was a kid and it gave
Yeah.
me nightmares.
But they
Yeah,
had
it's
movies.
freaky.
for weeks.
And didn't they do like a relaunch of it 5 years ago?
Yeah, they made a movie too, which wasn't
Or-
it called like I Still Believe or something
Like
like
the
that?
late 90s or 2000.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was a good show. Now watching it as an adult, I'm like, I can see why people were into this.
Yeah.
It was like to answer your question, man, it was like a paranormal investigation show.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a
I feel like
reality
I've heard
show.
of it. I've never watched it, but
It was like an actual TV show.
right.
It was like the 90s when everything was aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, we're back to aliens in 2020.
The truth
yeah.
is out there.
X
is out there, yeah.
stands for
Basically files that nobody's
Extraterrestrial.
supposed to see or
Extraterrestrial.
extraterrestrial or whatever.
yeah.
But there was more than just extraterrestrials though. There was like the freakiest one was when they were in the woods, man.
Yeah.
They were in the woods
Those
and
red
you
eyes.
couldn't be like it's the stuff of nightmares for
It is,
children.
yeah.
Why was I allowed to watch this?
It's literally what they did.
It
I
was.
believe. They're
And
like,
then-
"What's your worst nightmare?" And then people would just
Watch
spill their
this.
guts
Yeah.
about it and be like, "All right, cool, that's an episode."
So you can't go into these woods alone, otherwise these creatures will take you and kill you.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
And they have
Okay.
like bright red eyes,
they're like Jawas.
and you can't see them. They like blend in. They're freaky, and the episode ends with bright red eyes underneath of a bed.
yeah.
And that is stuff of nightmares for a child. I'm just saying.
Stuff and nightmares.
Sorry, let's get back to it because I'm.
He watched that
He's
episode
getting-
so many times.
He's getting scared thinking about it. He
I
watched
am.
it before coming over here. No, I'm just kidding. KG also said Ben Solo should have lived. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree.
He should have.
Agreed.
You get
Like I
redeemed
said-
and then you die, just like his grandpa, I guess. But
Yeah, like I said, the only redeeming arc of that whole trilogy was him turning good
Yeah,
again.
again. Did Mulder and Scully ever get together? Like, did they ever actually get married in the show?
Or I don't know if they got married, but they did get together.
I think in the movies. Or
Sorry, that was just playing in my head.
He was like,
I didn't
it's
know this was
bothering me
true.
now.
He's thinking about the
I
red
just had
eyes
to
in
know.
the woods. He's like, did they get together?
And then,
He's asking the guy. He's
I'm
asking
asking
the
the
monster
guy
in
under the
woods.
bed.
Like, hey, under the bed. Do you know if they got together?
Right? Please don't hurt me.
Please don't hurt me.
It's killing me, man.
All right, sorry.
Chubby
That
Roll
definitely was awesome.
said definitely Obi-Wan's kid.
Oh,
Yes.
Corky.
Corky.
Yeah,
It's
that'd
gotta
be-
be.
But why did they kill him off? And like off screen? That's dumb. Come on.
But Chubby Roll went on to say a little bit later.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, get it.
Do you want to jump to that?
Go,
Yeah,
Dan?
go
yeah,
ahead.
he said, I've only found his death on one site and it's not official. Seems like a fan fiction.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So we that may be the case.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk yo talk.
So there's hope.
Chubby roll.
Chubby
There's
Roll.
I
hope,
like
right?
that. It's like big chunks.
There is. Yeah, he could definitely show up.
I hope he does. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Well, then why
Corky.
wasn't he in the Obi-Wan series? Well,
He's
because the
dead.
Obi-Wan series is garbage. But
he dies.
oh, no, but he said that was fan fiction, possibly. That might not actually.
Yeah,
be
but
real.
no, maybe they'll make it legit in the show.
They kill him.
Like
in the
kill
show.
on the second battle
Yeah.
of Mandalore.
Right, but that's okay.
The third battle?
But Obi-Wan takes
Third
place
battle,
before
Obi-Wan.
this, so he could have been an Obi-Wan. But he was still maybe just a young pup.
Young
You
pup.
just didn't want me to get to the
No,
timeline.
yeah, I do. I do. We want to get there.
No,
Go
I'm
to the
s-
timeline. Where's he at?
Who are we talking
Because
about?
Obi-Wan Kenobi takes place at what point in the timeline?
What
the
Obi-Wan
show.
Kenobi?
The
The
show.
show.
The
two,
live action.
2 BBY. No, wait a second.
No, it's
No, it's after.
no, it's
No, it's.
before?
I saw
I
it
don't
over
know.
here.
I don't know.
9.
I don't know how
9
years
BBY.
yeah,
Let me get my laser pointer out here.
Riva. Oh,
Oh boy.
sorry, I just saw that name and I threw up a little.
Vomited in my mouth.
Free vomit.
Oh, good grief. So there we go.
So
So right before that, Han Solo met Harry best friend Chewbacca,
Harry Henderson?
When-
and all of the events of Crimson Dawn and all
where in
that.
the timeline was Corky that we saw him? That would have been Clone Wars, which would have been back
So, I
way
don't
back.
know.
in the way back.
It was during the fall of
Yeah, it would have been back.
Mandalore.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's in.
make a couple
yeah.
attempts on center. No, yeah, that would have been around. It would have been. It's in between episode 2 and 3, isn't it? It has to be. So
They didn't dig
22
in super hard on this timeline
22
of Clone Wars. but-
BBY.
Yeah. Here's Mace Windu. Here's the Boba Fett Clone Wars episode where.
Yeah, so it'd be around there probably that we would see Corky. And
Yeah.
Corky was like what, 16? You think 17?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then by the time we get to
Here's Maul and Opress join forces with criminal gangs of Mandalore and
Savage
hardliners to
Opress.
overthrow and kill. This is where Duchess Satine died.
Yeah, so it'd be around this, a little before that, maybe
yeah.
between
So
20 and 19.
I'm just trying to gauge how old
Yeah.
Corky would be in the Obi-Wan series.
Yeah.
So it's like
Probably like 40s.
Not in the Obi-Wan series. In the Obi-Wan series.
Oh, no, not in the Obi-Wan
Mando
in
series.
Mando series, he'd be like.
Yeah, because Corky's
early
probably
40s.
like around 22 BBY, 21 BBY, and then we go to Obi-Wan,
like
go to the right, back to
that
Obi-Wan,
was 9 BBY.
9 BBY.
Yeah, so it'd be like 11 or 12.
Well, he was
Or
already like
13.
17.
Oh,
Plus-
you're saying
plus
after.
11 or
Yeah,
12.
you're right.
So he's like close
Math.
to 30,
Math.
potentially.
Come on. Yeah.
Close to 30, potentially.
Yeah.
27 or so, around 28, whatever, around Obi-Wan. But then if we skip to Mandalorian,
Which
Another
is
few years.
Yeah.
which is a while.
20 years.
5 to 9 ABY.
Oh, yeah, this is after battle.
Yeah.
Man.
So he would be how old then?
So he'd probably be like in
In his
50s,
40s.
40s.
Yeah. Mando's age,
Math.
maybe.
Yeah. Probably the same age.
I didn't do that.
Anyway,
Interesting.
Mando is Corky.
so he could, but he, that would be crazy.
That would be nuts. He
No,
just
it's-
changed
that's
his
not
name.
possible.
Right? He had a bump to the head and
But he
forgot
could-
everything.
But he could be with
He could be friends.
if they could be friends. Yeah, they
Yeah.
could
Been
be
friends.
real good friends.
buddy, buddy.
He could be with Death or what's her name, the Armorer. Could be one of those Mandos.
Could it?
I don't know. That'd be
Just one they haven't shown yet.
I don't know why we're sticking on Corky for so long.
I don't know.
Because it's a forgotten
Corky's an
character.
interesting
Yeah, it's
man.
interesting. All right, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, that's what do you want to know?
Yeah.
The timeline, the next question?
No, yeah, let's go
All
to the
the
next
above.
question.
We
Sorry.
passed.
Alright,
we
so,
passed one, or you
yeah.
skipped one.
I did.
Yeah, Chubby Roll. There's Ro-Katan Kryze says, "Will Grogu ever speak?"
Yes.
Oh, I think that was the next one actually.
No, it was-
Oh,
because
no, I
we skipped
You're
over
right.
it to go to this
Ro-Katan
next
Kryze,
one.
yeah. Will Grogu ever speak? Well, he's kind of speaking.
he's babbling. He's not like
He's
actually saying
babbling.
words.
I mean,
though.
I don't. If he speaks, then the marketing disappears.
No.
a little bit.
They
But they're
gotta,
trying
they have to
to.
evolve
They're
him.
trying to, right? Or
He's
are they?
just got to do it in a really cute way.
Yes,
Right.
And
You
I
know?
always have to be like little kid talk.
It's gonna be. I think if he's gonna talk, I feel like it's gonna be like the last episode again.
Yeah.
of
And
the
he's gonna
show.
say one
Says
word, and
And
it's
he's
gonna
gonna
be
say,
dad.
it's gonna be like
Dad.
no, he's gonna say this is the way.
Right.
Or
But it's like
Carl.
it's a baby. He's gonna be, this is the way.
He'll say Carl.
He'll say
He'll say,
Carl.
Carl!
He summons Carl.
Get over here, Carl!
And then
That
Mythosaur
kills
shows up
people.
and eats Thrawn's ship, and
Yeah.
he escapes narrowly. to
In
fight
our
another
in our
one.
latest short, I made him like subtitled say, "This is the way." Actually, Dinbo.
Yeah,
is
that's
the
what I
way.
was
Yep,
thinking
yep.
of. Yeah, that's what I was
It's-
thinking
And then
of.
he looks
It's-
back like, what?
What? But I don't
It's the
think Mando,
truth.
can Mando understand him like Luke
Maybe.
understands R2.
He's speaking through him to
No.
the Force.
No,
To him
Ahsoka-
through the Force.
Ahsoka could understand him though.
You're right.
That was really interesting.
Well, it was through the Force.
But yeah, it was through the Force. Yeah,
Oh.
but Din
Come
can't.
on, yo.
No, I know.
Ah.
I just said that, man.
Okay, oh, sorry. Did you say Ahsoka? You said
No,
through the
I
Force.
said he could speak through him to him through the Force.
My
All right, the
sincere
chat is
apologies.
moving through quickly.
All right,
I'm
let's
do
digging it. But we got KG, by the way, back to the shipping. Mulder and Scully said
Yep.
they did get together twice.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Who got
twice.
together twice?
Mulder and Scully, the lead characters.
Oh,
from-
literally just said that.
the
Yeah,
Mythosaur.
Yep.
I wasn't sure, and Mulder and Scully didn't ring a
Yoda
bell.
and Yaddle. Am I right?
It's not in your sphere.
It's not in my
Daddy.
vocabulary.
All right, and then Ro-Katan Kryze. Here we go. This is the next comment, chat. Everybody wants to know. I hope Sabine Wren shows up in The Mandalorian Season 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chubby
Yes.
Roll said would be cool to see Sabine. Eddie Bear would love to see Sabine. Chubby Roll's got to go.
right.
Thanks for tuning
Yeah.
in, Chubby
Peace.
Roll.
Thanks
See you
for
later,
tuning in,
Chubby
Chubby Roll.
Chubbies.
We'll see you tomorrow.
But yeah, that's
100%.
yes.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because she's Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've already seen Ahsoka, and she's looking for Thrawn.
Right.
Right.
So her and Sabine obviously
Bring it
split
all
up.
in.
It's got to be an epic moment though,
Yeah.
right? Like
Like she
battle or
flies it.
something,
Like she
or-
flies in or something.
yeah, and she like blows because she was always about like blowing stuff up half the time
Yeah.
too, wasn't she?
Gotta be.
With the explosives, or we'll see like some of her artwork somewhere.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
That'd be a cool
Artwork.
Easter egg.
That
That'd be cool.
It's on like somebody else's like Mandalorian ship, or it's a ship that's like totally painted like unique, and it just shows up out of nowhere and saves them from something. And
Right.
She's gonna be the one that puts Din and Bo together.
oh,
She's gonna be the glue that holds them together.
glue.
The sticky stuff.
She's a lot younger though than Bo. That's the interesting
Sticky
thing.
stuff.
right, but she knows Bo
Yeah, well, and-
from
Oh, she
Giving
gave
her
her
the
the
dark
lightsaber.
saber.
The dark
right,
saber,
and
yeah.
technically she would have had the right to rule.
Yeah.
Mandalore.
technically. I don't think Bo-Katan ever had the right
right.
because Sabine just gave it to her.
What if he gives it back to Sabine?
Well, that's why Mandalore
Maybe.
fell, kind of.
Who would win in a fight, Sabine or Bo-Katan?
Ooh, that's tough to say now.
If they both had a dark saber.
Yeah, if they both had a dark saber.
well, there's only one dark saber.
Well, I'm hypothetically, Dustin.
It's a hypothetical question.
Sorry.
Gosh dang.
My nerdiness
But
kicked in.
I was gonna back to that artwork in the opening of season 2 because I just did that short on that. I watched and there was some artwork on the wall. We guessed if that was. You remember that?
Yeah,
We figured out,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Favreau did something with that. I think
think that
Favreau
was-
personally did the artwork or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the? That was
Oh, that was in,
season
like-
2, episode 1.
Yes.
Yeah, whenever
Yeah,
you
the
went to that
opener of
planet
season
for
2.
the, where they were, let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah,
that was a
that
good-
was a good meme.
Yeah,
or it was a good
that's
short.
That's anyway, but I think the artwork would be cool. Either that or some cool moment where she just like either saves them or she's just like a far off shadow, like they kind of did with the blue guy in Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know who you're
I'm
talking
blanking
about.
on his
the
name.
The Cad Bane.
Cad
Yeah.
Bane. Sad that he
Bane.
died.
Wow, fact checker's pulling it up.
Sad that he
Cad
died, but
Bane.
I don't think he's dead. I'm not accepting that he's dead.
He's not.
They
dead.
better not have killed Cad Bane off in friggin' Boba Fett.
His life support systems are still on at the end of that episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's
they didn't
alive.
really show you a good close up. Like I
No.
mean, they did, but they didn't. Yeah.
Although he was old though, dude.
Old
The
man.
timeline, he was like 70 years old or something at that point.
nobody can kill Cad Bane.
He's still,
Except
he's still
himself.
out there.
Except himself.
Yeah.
Although he did get beat up by Fennec in.
Yeah, that's true.
There was
Clone
a
Wars.
episode, unreleased episode of Clone Wars where Boba Fett and Cad Bane actually do a duel, like in the street, like Western draw.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett, that's how Boba Fett gets the ding in his helmet, is actually from Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Cad
That's
Bane
pretty
hits his
dope.
helmet, and then he hits Cad Bane, I think, in the head, but doesn't kill him. I think that's part of the reason why in the show Boba Fett he's wearing like a metal piece or
Mhm.
something across his head.
Interesting.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no,
That's
fun
pretty
facts.
cool.
Yeah.
Huh,
Because there
yeah.
are, I think Cad Bane was referencing his previous, partnership with Boba Fett
Yeah.
in Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what they were doing. They were paying homage to that unaired episode of Clone Wars.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were kind
Where
of
they did the duel.
finalizing it in some ways,
Yeah.
but showing it in live action. And they're both old men.
Right?
man.
Ro-Katan Kryze is heading out, but thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for
We're-
tuning
We're
in.
just about done. We were going to do about an hour stream here talking.
Yeah,
And
we
it's
are
been
just about done.
exactly
It's
about
been
an
about
hour.
exactly an hour. We got a few minutes late start, but thanks for chatting with us, Ro-Katan. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow on the after show.
Yeah.
Show.
Well, lots more to talk
The
about.
show
Yeah.
show.
And then Siosin said, I'm not sure how they're going to transition Grogu into a human-ish being. Even his eyes look like a dog's and
Yeah.
nothing like Yoda, so the thought of him talking is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
They're
how it
gonna
is
have to
with
handle it
babies.
right. Like
I
they're
think,
gonna have to get like a kid voice actor too. That's the weirdest
and
part.
the only way I think they can do it is time jumping.
Really?
I don't think they can show it on episodic.
Episodic. It's a weird word.
You don't
through
think
episodes.
he's just
No,
gonna
I
start
know what you
talking?
mean.
No,
But they
no.
hinted at it with Pelly. Pelly hinted at it. He's like, "Do you hear that? Sound like he said
Yeah,
Pelly."
but she's on death sticks.
Well, I feel like he'll
I feel like they
say
keep
a.
teasing it. Like
I
they're
feel like
gonna
he'll
do it.
say a word at the end of the season, kind of
Yeah.
thing, and then by the next season they'll jump a couple years or whatever,
like
and
they-
he'll learn
yeah.
more, maybe.
Yeah, that's
how he
possible.
would, maybe or something.
My thoughts are Frank Oz will do the voice, and he'll talk backwards like Yoda.
That'd
And
be
as
dope.
soon as he does that,
I
it
like
gives
that.
away who his parents are.
Right. Well, I mean, Yaddle didn't talk.
Maybe that's the
backwards, so, I
flashback.
mean,
Is that what
it's
you're saying?
one
The
or other.
flashback could be.
No, maybe
Oh,
I don't
sorry,
know,
Matt.
but I'm saying if he uses a voice, I would just let Frank Oz do it.
Oh, right.
Just
Yeah.
do a young
How's he
Frank.
gonna do a kid?
It-
like
yeah,
a
it would
little
He'll
kid?
do it. He'll
It'd
do
have
it.
to be like super synthesized.
Higher
Try,
pitch.
try and do it right now, Nick.
He claims to.
Oh, that's not it. That can't be it.
Yeah.
Please don't be it.
Please don't be it. That's all. He's just.
Mando, I love you. I do.
Elmo.
Why do we sound like
Why are we
Elmo?
bringing Elmo into
I
this?
ate all the ammo vitamins. I ate all the ammo vitamins.
Elmo's the devil.
Almost the devil.
I did see an interview with Frank Oz, and
He's awesome.
they were being
Yeah.
asked if he'd saw the Mandalorian and the Baby Yoda. He said he had never seen it.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
he knew of it
yeah.
from references, but he never watched the show.
Maybe he had to. say
has
that.
he?
So,
been
but
in-
I just wondered if there was some I have no idea what you're talking about. He genuinely seemed like he hadn't watched the show, but
right.
when they call him, he's like I'm a character person. He's like, if the person that I'm doing has personality, I will do the character.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's not just going to show up and fill a role just because
Right.
So
I don't-
they could do whatever.
I don't think he's been in anything Star Wars related lately. Has he?
No, I
Not
think
since the
this-
sequel.
The Last
Yeah.
Jedi. That's the last thing he did, I believe, for
Yeah.
Star Wars. He's getting up there too, isn't he?
Nah, he's
Mhm.
like in his 60s,
Oh, well, yeah, never mind.
late 60s. He's
He's
healthy
got
and
some
happy.
life in front of him.
He's
Yeah, dude.
that guy's fascinating.
He
Watching
is.
the interview with him, he's a
Right.
true artist.
Mhm.
Let's see, and then Eddie Bear said, "Hope to see you, Din, Boba, Armor, Bo, all together."
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh wow, yeah, that'd be quite a.
Be a true.
that would be
unification.
like that's like okay, that's like the Avengers, like the Mandalorian version of the Avengers showing up and kicking butt together. I
Kicking
could
booty
totally
butt.
see that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you guys were speculating last week with the fly-in scene to?
Yeah. To Navarro.
Oh yeah, that they all show
Oh,
up.
yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
what the next
That's true.
episode's gonna
I don't
be.
know if they're all going to show. I don't know if
Yeah, I mean-
all of them are going to show up for this. I still think it's going
Right.
to take a little bit of time to get Boba, Sabine, and
Yeah.
Right.
It's no, it's not
They
gonna be all of
can't
them,
jump it out.
but I
and
think that scene is going to be in the next episode.
I think the scene. Yeah, I think next episode we're getting two things. We're getting the flashback sequence, and we're going to get the Navarro pirate attack where the Mandalorians have to come in and save
Right.
Navarro.
Yeah.
because they
Especially
show
with-
that episode.
Carl Weathers being the
the director.
Yeah.
director. I think she's gonna modify her armor a little bit.
Who?
Bo-Katan, or the look of it, maybe. I heard that may happen.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it could
fine
if
with
she's
that.
a true believer.
And then, or somebody asked her a question, and she said, maybe. But
Maybe.
she acted like guilty as charged, So
Yeah.
something's going to happen maybe there. And then
Interesting.
Jake. Okay, but yeah, that's. I think we're going to Navarro, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That and flashback.
Flashback
Do you think-
Navarro.
I don't know about flashback, but go ahead.
I think we're doing the flash because Dave Filoni helped write this episode. Dave Filoni and Carl Weathers is directing it.
And there's
Yeah.
not very many he was writing on, right? That when we looked over him
no,
last
it's
week.
just Filoni and Favreau from here on out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Oh, that's
almost
right.
it's almost like a mid-season finale in some ways.
Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's the 4th episode, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's only 8.
and then they're
Hey.
gonna have to drop a new. They're gonna do something to bookend, and then they're gonna drop a new trailer for the last half.
Yeah.
of,
I could see
because
that.
the following week is the season finale of Bad Batch.
And it can't come
Oh.
soon enough.
But I think
Hopefully
it's
it's
gonna be
good.
good.
I think.
Yeah.
But we do have another question. You had something, fact checker?
Oh, well, you mentioned Thrawn earlier. Do you think there will be any other snippets or hints at that?
I hope so.
Yes.
I think when they
Keep the hope alive.
here's what I think. I think whenever they defeat the Pirate King,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna either he's gonna get away and report back to Thrawn.
Reference him, maybe.
There's or reference him, or I feel like there's got to be something that gives us the big bad. That's what we were talking about last week. That they are gonna have to bring in or say something about a big bad. Because if they don't
Yep.
in this episode, then we're starting to get off. We don't really have a clear trajectory.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
Right.
Bo should be wondering what happened or who blew up her home.
Right. It's a natural progression of the
Yeah.
story to figure that out. So
Natural thought progression.
Right.
Yeah. And JQ asked, "Hey JQ, I don't know if we've seen you in the chat, but thanks for joining in.
yeah, thanks
What
for
do you
doing
think will happen if Bo-Katan meets up with Boba Fett?
it. Ooh.
Do they have a relationship?
No,
from-
they kind of squibbled.
Squibbled?
oh, and the last-
Squabbled, you mean?
Over the ship, right? Over the ship.
What?
Over the ship in season 2.
It wasn't the ship. No, it was.
Oh.
He was saying that Mandalore was like a waste planet, basically, or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
he trash talked.
And it was actually
Mandalore.
the other chick who we haven't seen back yet. Who was basically Bo-Katan's like right hand woman.
She got all
Yeah.
offended.
She
right?
fought
She was-
Boba Fett. They
Yeah,
were
that's
fighting.
right.
Yep.
That was a pretty good fight scene, actually, too.
It was.
It was like a Mandalorian,
Beat down.
yeah, beat down, but in the bar, like bar fight.
Beat
Where-
down
what
bar
was-
fight.
Where was that? What was that in?
Season 2
Yeah.
of Mando. They were on that, I don't know, some planet. I forget where they're at. But
Yeah, it was
I don't know if they even said the planet.
that was the first time they showed the Mandalorian starfighter.
Yeah, it was so cool.
And we
to
were
see
like,
that
"Oh,
back.
look at that.
I
It's
love
so
that.
cool."
I love that ship. I love
It
that.
was
that-
season 2 of this show.
Right. No, I get what you're
Mando,
talking
yeah.
about. I'm just trying to remember.
Yeah, she was who plays her?
She's like
A
a
wrestler.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sasha.
She was actually at the
Yeah, I know what
premiere.
you're talking
Isn't it
Sasha
like
Banks,
Banks or
yeah.
something?
She was at the
Yeah,
premiere, so
I
I'm
kinda
wondering if
vaguely.
she's not going to show up too.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think,
actually,
I
that
think
other
she
dude.
will.
I read somewhere that she doesn't want to reprise
doing
her
it?
role as
Oh.
that person.
That's lame. I
So maybe
would.
the dude will show up.
The dude.
The dude that was with her.
the
Yeah.
dude.
The
Well,
other
you-
man dude.
You think Bo-Katan
cool.
would have her entourage, or where? I mean, maybe not. Maybe she said, "Hey, you guys go do something. I'm gonna go sulk at my castle.
Yeah.
Wait
Well,
for
that's yeah. That's what she said. They were out being mercenaries.
yeah."
Yeah, traveling the galaxy, being mercenary.
I love that thing that you sent Nick about the guy that was roasting Bo-Katan, and
Oh, he's
he
hilarious.
was like,
Yeah.
let's just get rid of him once and for all." And she's like,
Right.
"Oh, he's in trouble. Let's go help.
Let's
him."
go save him.
Ready my ship.
Ready my ship.
And then,
yeah.
and then he's like running up to him.
Yep.
I told you I don't want to see you anymore.
Right. I'm here to get rid of you once and for all.
Yeah. That's hilarious, dude.
Jake,
planet-
you said Axis Wolves. Axis
Axis Wolves.
Oh,
That's
is that that's the name
guy's-
of the guy,
yeah.
the right hand man for
Yeah. Okay.
Bo-Katan?
I
Wow,
think
what
That's
a
a
he,
name.
cool name, dude.
I think he could show up.
I think so.
Filoni
too.
wrote that name.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wolves.
And
Wolves.
and the lady was Casca Reeves.
Casca
Casca
Reeves.
Reeves,
Yeah.
yeah.
Reeves.
So like, I mean, unless what I read was completely
it?
wrong, they could both show up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
or
that.
just him show up. Axis Wolves.
I got two other things.
Yeah.
I think another character that's been spoiled that they're gonna have show up. So, minor spoilers here. Finn Rao. I heard
Rao.
that he's
Yeah.
gonna be reprising his role, but he's
Yep.
gonna be live action, which he was. So technically, Finn Rao was actually the one who just told the story of the Darksaber.
Yep.
He was the first one to tell that story, which is pretty fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up joining the Rebels.
That's
Yep.
right. He was
Which was
one
cool.
that came over to the good side. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing Finn Rao. I think
Well,
he
it
could
was-
show up. And then I had one other thing, another spoiler kind of for tomorrow or
Uh-oh.
tonight is this episode's called The Foundling. That's
Yep.
also why I think
The flashbacks
We're
going to
getting the
happen.
flashbacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is it
gotcha.
going to be the old bait and switch?
It could
It's going to be Din's flashback again.
And then we're gonna go back to
As a
Coruscant
foundling.
Right.
for what's her name? Just bumbling around. No, not really. Some people speculated
Please.
that was a adult Omega,
What was?
Elia Kane.
Elia Kane.
Please, no. Don't
No,
do
no,
that.
no. It doesn't work.
And a lot.
Don't
It could. I mean, the
kill us.
timeline.
She has no Australian accent. It can't be her.
She grew out of it.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Whatever.
Just
Amiga
like the-
in
just
the
like-
corridor.
The doctor torturing Crosshairs. New Zealand.
New Zealand. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
But-
I don't know. Fascinating stuff. I don't like the fact. So I've heard a lot of rumors about this last week's that they're trying to lead it to the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
it's the whole
everybody's
cloning thing.
Everybody's like going that route, and I'm like,
do it.
please,
Did
for
you know
the
the last-
love of anything that is
Yeah.
good, do not go the sequel route. Do not tie this into the sequel trilogy.
Well, they kind of already
Please.
did, though.
I know, but
they're
they could
living
still-
as if it exists, though. So
Yeah.
no, they need to just go. That's a failed IP. 100% failed.
Yeah.
Go a completely different direction. Do not even talk
until it
about
changes hands. Though they can't just delete it straight up from canon.
Honestly, I think they can.
With the World Between Worlds, Ahsoka.
World
That's
Between
what they're gonna
Worlds.
do.
Yep. I
Sorry.
think that's where they're going to go with
that's
it.
what Favreau and Filoni are doing.
Yeah.
But this other guy that came in and wrote, I guess he's like Favreau's protege. So the guy that wrote the midsection of that last episode.
I mean,
He's
yeah,
done some writing with him on other stuff.
I think it would have been fine if it was in Andor.
But he also did Book of
Right.
Boba Fett. I think
Or
he
just
was
a
one of
little
the main
shorter.
writers on the Book
Yeah.
of Boba Fett. And if
Yeah,
that doesn't tell you what you need to know, then
Yeah.
I don't know what else I can say.
Yeah, that does not bode well.
Yeah.
But you guys, I think we're getting to the point of
Yeah.
the night where we should
It's
probably
been a
wrap
good
this up.
hour.
Yeah.
Solid hour
Yes.
of answering
Got a lot of-
questions.
Back and forth.
Yeah, this
I'll
was
just
fun.
keep this on on the
On the timeline?
Yeah, is there
timeline.
anything else you wanted to go over with us, Broski?
Not really, other than no. I mean, everything was just kind of cool to see everything laid out there.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kanan died right before Battle of Yavin.
Yeah.
I knew it was
Sucked.
close, but
Spoilers, Martha.
Right.
stuff like that. I mean, but there's a lot happened the year before.
Right.
Obviously Thrawn and Sabine and all that happened right at the end there before. I guess things turned around maybe, but not really. I guess it was a rough go for the rebels.
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously things need to be added a little bit here. Obviously 5 to 9 ABY was when Din showed up and all the events of that. Is also when Boba Fett heads back to Tatooine with Fennec Shan to take. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so that's all in that timeline.
Yep.
Fett kills Bane, defeats the Pikes. So I don't know. It's all good stuff. It's good to know. It's fun to see it all laid out.
I have one last speculation before we get out of here. One last thought.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody could die in this season? And if so,
Who?
like who do you think's the most likely to die in this season?
Wow, this is a somber question.
I know, dude. It's not a great note
Because
to
it's
end
like,
on.
yeah, I could literally see them killing off almost anyone.
Yeah.
Like they could. I don't think they will. They could kill the Mando, but I don't think they will.
See, the
They-
only
They could
Sorry.
kill Bo. They could kill the armorer. They could kill Paz Vizsla. They could kill Grief Karga.
They could kill anyone
they
in
could
the
kill
show.
everybody.
You're just naming everyone in the show now.
They could kill that R4 unit
They could
or
kill
R5 unit.
IG-11 again.
Pelimoto.
Pelimoto.
They
could-
can't kill Grogu though.
The N1 starfighter.
Grief Karga.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen in the last episode. I was like, wouldn't it have been hilarious if they blew up his N1 starship? in this?
Right.
I was like, are you kidding me? He's got to
Yeah.
get another ship. That would have been funny. It would not have been funny, but it would have been.
Unfortunate.
What about Grief Karga?
He could
Yeah.
die. I could see
I
that.
could see that happening.
No,
I hope
I
not.
think one of the Mandalorians is going to die. They got a lot of
Yeah.
those floating around, and they're going to be bringing in new people. They can't keep balancing all those Mandos.
They could drop him like
I-
it's hot, dude.
But we need Grief to be ruling so that there's like a if he does want to retire, he's not going to Pabu. He's
Right.
going to Navarro,
Yeah.
which is going to be like the paradise place to land by the time
Yeah.
Mando's ready to retire.
The only emotional like death I feel like that could really happen in this would be Din though. if he like sacrifices himself
Oh boy.
for Grogu.
Yeah,
I know,
he wouldn't
but,
have
like-
a show anymore.
Unless the Mandalorian carries on the
Bo-Katan.
torch in
Yeah, it's
Bo-Katan
Bo-Katan or
or
I don't know.
young somebody.
But just like the short you did, the Mandalorian is carrying Star Wars on its shoulders.
yeah, they
Yeah,
can't
no, it's
really
true.
at this point.
Unless they kill it off and then Ahsoka comes up and picks up the torch. And now you got Sabine, you got Ahsoka, you got Bo-Katan, you got all the people in the Ahsoka series.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
They need Din because they're setting up the big bad, which is Thrawn, and that's going to be the Avengers Endgame. Is whenever they all go after Thrawn. That's the only way that they can defeat him. You know, they got to have all these different shows, and they're going to end up tying together. They got thrown a curveball with getting rid of Cara Dune, so they're kind of pivoting. Even with Obi-Wan, they had to pivot. So they're still trying to get their feet on the ground. But I think once they get going with the end of this season, and then Ahsoka. And I think there's a few other shows out there that I think are all going to try and tie together to be like a
Marvel Cinematic
Marvel
Universe.
Cinematic, but it's going to
Universe.
be like the Star Wars Cinematic.
It's funny. John Favreau was involved with
I
that.
know he's good at it,
And he's good at the Mandalorian, but who looks like the Mandalorian? Iron Man.
Iron Man.
They
Even that
look the
drop
same.
in last week's episode when he dropped out of the
Yeah.
what's the name of her, the gauntlet?
Yeah, the gauntlet.
When he dropped out of
Yeah.
the gauntlet, it looked like an Iron Man drop.
Yep.
And
That
when
was cool.
And when
For
Boba
sure.
Fett was it last season shot the rocket launcher at the ship.
Oh
It
yeah,
was just
He looked
like,
like a boss.
it was just like Iron Man launching in the beginning of that
Oh,
first movie.
Yep.
We got a couple comments we got to get to, and we got to get out probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie Bear though, who's a good. Hey, thanks Eddie for staying with us. Use Grogu to character. This is to get rid of the sequels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time jump over sequels. So Grogu will time jump way over it. Pick up Grogu when he's 200. Starts a Jedi Mandalorian Academy.
I'd watch that.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I'd watch
There you
that
go.
show.
And then we got to expand this timeline.
Right? This timeline.
And we're gonna come back
Reference.
next week, and it's gonna
Full
be
circle.
It's gonna be that meme of that guy from like It's Always Fun, Sunny in Philadelphia, when he's like
Yep.
circling all the things. He's like crazy looking. That's gonna
Trying
be
to
Dan.
explain stuff. He's like,
We figured out the timeline.
Going
Right.
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Nice.
Keep going, Dan.
No, that's it. And then we got this comment may age poorly. Sile Simpson said, "I don't think anyone will die."
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it might not be this next
They might
episode,
not.
but
I mean,
it could be by the end of the season.
Yeah. And
Maybe.
then he also said, Eddie
But
Bear
hopefully not.
said Moff Gideon dies because he's irrelevant once Thrawn shows up.
That's true.
That makes sense.
yeah.
But we haven't seen Moff Gideon up to this point, so we don't know what he's doing.
He
He's just chilling.
he should have died in the last season.
Yeah.
He was trying to shoot everybody up even though he was down. It was like, come on, man. Like he had no remorse trying to
Yeah.
kill Grogu there at the end. And they all went bonkers on him. So I don't know. He was a messed up human.
Right.
Right.
But he's a good villain when he was
Yeah.
there. And he was pretty strong with it. He was better with a darksaber than
Yeah.
Mando.
That was the
Right.
interesting thing about him was like he wielded the darksaber like no problem.
He
He
knew
didn't
what he
have
was
that
doing.
weight. So
He's got all that hate flowing. through
yeah,
him.
at least whatever he connected with the darksaber enough to be
Yeah.
able to wield it correctly.
Yeah.
JQ, I believe who ordered the assault on Bo-Katan Palace is Elia Kane.
That would work.
The
That would
timing
make
works.
sense.
Yeah, the timing
I mean,
works.
If Moff Gideon's
If
still in prison.
Well, I don't think Moff Gideon is. I think he got away.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's,
But
you
yeah,
know,
he's gone, and then
Yeah.
Elia came or like strike now or something like
Yeah.
that. Told him to.
like she's playing both sides, you know?
Is Pershing gonna come back in the season finale or later on to have something to do with a Mando or
Yes.
somebody?
And he
Yeah.
will be a vegetable.
Well, probably.
I think possibly. I don't know. It's a lot to be seen with him because he might not be totally gone yet, but
Right.
like he might survive, and then Elia Kane's gonna have to like finish him once and for all because he's gonna start saying things
Mm-hmm.
that they don't want him to say, or they're gonna need him for something, and they're gonna bring him back, bring his
Yeah.
mind back, or something like that. I don't know. I can see something like that,
Right.
but I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know.
That one's a weird one. The whole Pershing Elia Kane situation just felt like they were just trying to lean into the sequel trilogy a little
Yeah.
too much. And it didn't really feel like it applied too much to this show.
You know,
and I
it-
think that's why it was kind of weird. It did, but it didn't.
Yeah. It was one of those episodes you're like, what does this have to do with the Mandalorian?
Right. I mean, it kind of is the through line arc of that one place they went where they saw
Yeah.
like the bad clones, obviously they didn't take, and There's some stuff that's been overarching, with wanting Grogu in the first place. So I mean, they're still tying it together, but it's just kind of few and far between.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's kind of disconnected.
And it's kind of like, let's get to the point already.
Yeah. It's like, why did they want Grogu?
We need to start giving us some answers, I think, at this point.
Stop giving me questions.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, it's only a few hours away, depending on where you live.
We could stay up and watch it?
We could stay up and watch it, but we're not probably going to stay up and watch it. Are we, Dustin?
No.
Would you stay up and watch it? Yeah.
I don't know what the right answer is in this situation.
That's so stupid, dude.
I'm not going to stay up and watch it, but I would like to watch it earlier than you guys tomorrow, but I like watching it with you guys too.
You don't. Yeah, you can. I got to get up early and go to work.
Well, you could get up early.
Here's the thing.
But then you wouldn't be awake for the show tomorrow
No,
night.
I would be dead.
Don't do that.
Just don't work.
Just don't go to work. Be like, I'm sick.
Well, if you help
I
us
don't
get
feel
to
good.
1,000 subscribers, then this will become our main job. We would love to make this our main job.
Overnight.
Then we could create our own original content.
Yep.
We
We have created
Which
some
is-
original
that's
content.
We have
what we're doing
already,
right
yeah.
now. Come on, Dustin.
But-
This is
Yeah.
original.
Come
We're
on,
not
I mean,
copying anyone.
I mean, like our own Star Wars fan films again. That's
We know
I
what
really
you
wanna
mean.
do.
Nerd.
If you haven't checked those out, they're pretty good. Go check them out.
They have to do with Mandalorians even.
Yeah,
And Jedi.
Yeah, seriously, our fan film touched on this a while ago.
Yep.
We were way ahead of the curve.
If we just look at the timeline here,
Gosh, dang it.
No, seriously, go watch our fan film that we made. Like, how many years ago was that even?
the
Like
first one was
5.
5. The other one was like 6. No, I don't know, 4, 3.
Well,
Something
but
like
we
that.
had actually recorded it and come up with a
I
story
think it was
like
long ago
a
than that.
long time ago. So
Matt was
anyway,
a baby.
check it
Matt was
out.
in diapers.
We have
I was
an
fairly
interesting
young.
plot that goes on there too. So that kind of ties into this really in a lot of ways. And I feel like they might have taken that story from us.
Maybe.
What if they just watch our show to get like the
Get ideas.
next plot stuff, or they're like, that's a really good trajectory. We should,
Right.
we should
Great
do that."
point.
Yeah.
They either do exactly what we say or the complete opposite.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
It's like the self-checkout lines. It's like,
Well, let's
why get an employee to do it for you when you could do it yourself?
let's figure out which one of these comment chatters here has initials that match Filoni, Favreau.
Ooh.
Right, yeah.
They're
Who is
watching
it?
us right now.
They're watching us right now.
Who's the secret?
It's a pseudonym. It's a
JQ.
pseudonym.
Who's JQ? No, I'm
Right.
kidding.
We just start interrogating them all.
That'd be
Eddie
hilarious.
Bear, Sio Stinson. I don't know, but it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably get out of here.
Yeah,
It's
let's
getting
head
late, and I know everybody's excited to watch the episode. Some people might even be able to watch it here real shortly. But we're going to head out. Thanks for tuning in with us tonight on this first edition of Mando Eve. That's what we like to call this episode, Mando Eve of Stay on Target. We had a lot of fun chatting. Did you guys have a lot of fun?
Yeah, it was.
You know, it wasn't as bad as I predicted.
Yeah. I'm usually
Speaking
a
of
downer, and
predictions.
I was pleasantly surprised.
That's some great engagement. I just
Well,
love talking to everybody.
We wouldn't have been able to do this a couple months ago. We'd have no
Whoops.
comments flowing in the
Right. Yeah.
into
You
the.
don't need to tell
comment
everybody that,
section.
but you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Mando
People like
has,
honesty.
Yeah. People like
Mando
honesty.
has sparked the channel to life. Although
Yeah.
it was Cyril and Deidre that, let's be honest,
Yeah.
may have turned the
was.
corner. But
Turned the
Mhm.
corner.
but
Well,
this
and-
is healthy. We like Dinbo, and it's a healthy
Dinbo, baby.
relationship.
Right. It's not
We're
creepy
gonna
like
ship
the other
those,
one.
and KG gives us the hearts, and the diamonds are.
I think their first
good.
kiss is gonna be an awkward like
that
helmet
much.
touch.
Well,
That's the thing.
It's literally
You know what
Wally.
I mean?
It's
It's
literally
hard.
Wally.
It is Wally.
Yeah.
There's so many
It's-
references to Wally.
It's
Yeah.
hard to be emotive when you can't show your facial expressions.
Right.
I'm like, hey guys, what do you think about this? I'm so upset right now. You know, you just
Right.
have no idea. And they're like having a relationship, like getting to know each other. It's like, is she smiling? Is he laughing? Are they?
Is someone
Blushing?
constipated?
It's body language.
Are they
You gotta
blushing?
watch
Are
for the
they,
body
is it
language.
just pure sweaty sweat under there? They're just always uncomfortable.
what it is?
And you know what I'm saying? Like when you put a football helmet on, it's just like uncomfortable and
I
you're
know,
sweating
yeah.
and,
I mean, I can relate to that.
and you breathe and then the
We were supposed to end this episode.
We just. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
The
I don't know what's going
relationship.
on. We're derailing.
I'm saying relationships with helmets on. Good luck. This is called
Yeah.
They
dating
don't
101 in the
work.
Star Wars universe. It doesn't happen.
Dan's
Right.
tried it.
But-
It don't work.
Like watch
I've
she
tried
falls.
to make it in the shorts, make it look like they're like into each other
Right,
when they're
yeah.
really not giving us anything.
Dan's
I'm
like,
a film editor.
darn
here.
this camera work.
Give me something to work with. Give me an eyebrow waggle or something. This is tough.
We
Dan
can't
adds
see
an eyebrow
faces.
on top of the helmet.
I almost added fake face. You know, I'm
Right.
not kidding.
Yeah, don't do that.
Fake
Don't do
face.
that.
Yeah, but watch her like fall in love with him, and then he like,
He dies.
no, he he takes his helmet off, and she's like, ooh.
Ooh, that sucks.
Exactly what happened. Oh, that's like during the pandemic when people were like wearing masks and they fell
And
in
you
love
find
and then
out
they
they
took
have
out
no
the mask
teeth.
They
and
have
they're
no
like,
teeth in their mouth.
oh.
You're like, oh no.
That's
I
terrible.
should not
Oh
have brought
my
that up.
goodness.
Oh gosh.
It happens.
Ooh.
It happens. It happens.
Happens to the best
You
of
know,
us.
you
And
can
the
fall
best.
in love with I don't know. It's
To
just
the
a
stage,
lot
Junior.
of communication is through body language, though.
Yeah.
I will say
the
that.
facial expressions gives it away.
But
you know?
yeah, a lot of the facial expressions, though. Fudge. Well, I think that's a way better note to end
Fudge.
this episode on. Thank you, everybody, for.
Siouxsin liked it. She's already seen him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Has she
that's
already
it.
seen him?
Well, no, not as.
Oh wait.
Oh, wait.
Did he take his helmet
He
off?
took his helmet off whenever he was saying bye to Grogu,
Yep,
baby.
he did.
That's right.
He did.
Oh my
That's in the
gosh.
spark.
That's
But
when
did
she
she
fell in
only see the
love.
back of his head?
It's in the
right?
video.
That's all you need.
She's like,
That's all
"He's
she
got a
needs."
nice head of hair.
Oh
Right.
my
And
goodness.
he immediately puts it back on.
And she knows he's emotion. He's got emotions, right? He cried. He was like showing it.
Oh,
That
he's
is
showing
true.
his sensitive side, man. Chicks
Yeah.
dig that sometimes.
That's where the
Chicks
sparks
did.
flew. Good call, Siouxsin.
Yeah, but
Thanks
he's
for
saying
straightening us
Man,
out.
you saved
But he's
our
su-
butts.
But he's stubborn, and that's why she wants to be with him, so she can change him.
No, no. That is not how you go into a relationship. Shipping it.
Shipping it.
Just ask Mulder and Scully.
yeah, right.
Yeah. No,
Don't try to
alright.
change me, baby.
All right. Well, we're horrible at ending these episodes.
Yeah,
no
we're-
kidding.
So we're just gonna say goodbye and then cut to a black screen. Goodbye.
See ya.
But please subscribe and like the video
Yeah.
first.
Please subscribe, like the video, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about us. Also, check us out on Rumble. We're all over the place. We got more coming out. Let us know if there's anything you guys want us to review or rate or want to talk about. We will gladly talk about it because obviously, as you can tell, we read all of your comments and address them to the larger community. But we will be live again tomorrow. So check back at 8 o'clock. We will be live doing the whole non-spoiler spoiler talk of episode 4 of The Mandalorian, The Foundling. It's going to be a good time. I think we're going to have a lot to talk about. So come back then, and we will listen to your comments there. So check us out. We will catch you. Oh, Siouxsin has one last thing. Dinbo, y'all changed my mind. Yes! If we can do one thing, it's change Siouxsin's mind.
That's right.
And that's a great way to end the episode. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you tomorrow.
Have fun watching that Mando.
Dinbo!
It's Dinbo forever.
That was loud again.
Yeah, man, be quiet.
Yeah, man, be quiet.
Mics are still on.
All
This is
right.
the after show.
This is the after show of the pre-show.
Yeah, it's the
If you're
Pre-after
excited to watch episode 4 of Mandalorian season 3, give us a thumbs up.
give us a thumbs
If you're not, give us 3 thumbs up.
up. What? Why would they give more if they're not excited?
And don't
They
worry
literally
about it.
can't give 3 thumbs up. So
Don't ask questions.
Hey, you can. It's 2 hands and a foot.
This
not
is
a
the way.
thumb.
This is the way.
Your big toe is not a thumb.
Matt, just say this is the way. We gotta go.
This is,
We could have went forever.
No,
ago.
no, just
This
say
is
it,
the
Matt.
way.
Did you say it? Matt, Dan, did you say it?
This is the way.
Now you're just extending.
Did you say it? Fact checker? Say it like Omega.
This is the way.
That didn't sound like
I did not.
that was not Omega.
All right, all together. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
This is
is
the
the
way.
way.